Heelcast, it's the Heelcast with Andy and Brennan too. It's the Heelcast, they talk about wrestling.
Hello, my fellow monks. Welcome to Heelcast. My name's Andy. This is my faithful sidekick, Brennan. We're new to the game, but we're here to take it over. That means you, CBB.
Yes, that is our tagline.
Comment.
I have officially.
And it's like he's never gonna see it, but
He
like
might.
my hope is like he just sees one of our videos one day and he watches it. He's like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" And then he just keeps tabs. Like, "You can set it again, dude.
Yeah, I mean
They did it again."
that'd be pretty cool. What's been going
Yeah,
on, bud?
no, that'd be sick.
Crazy.
A lot,
It's
man.
been a crazy last 2 weeks. Well, crazy month for us,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're sorry
Definitely
we
chilled out.
haven't been posting anything for the last 2 weeks. We've been everywhere times 3.
Yeah, definitely chilled out though. Things are a little bit back to normal. Besides you being on vacation,
Thank
that's kind of
God.
bullshit. Just by myself at work all day.
You got
Um,
Dom and Caleb and
Dom's in
Pee
Westchester,
Wee.
and Caleb called off on Friday. I don't talk to Pee Wee unless he's in the truck with me. I don't talk to Pee Wee.
What's been
I don't
going on?
talk to Pee Wee.
I guess I've had a crazier week than you a little bit. Went to AEW Wednesday with my son, and then we went
Yep,
together
Thursday.
Thursday. We
Yep,
broke some
pretty
broke
sick.
some news that kind of just
Popped off a bit.
went insane.
Popped
What
off
did
a
it
bit.
finish at?
Uh,
Last I saw it was at
it got pretty hectic. So it's 20,000. What do they call it on Twitter? Impressions or something like
something
that. So
like
it's at
that.
20,000, about like 500 likes, 44 reshares, 5 comments. I do love when Tony came out and he's like, Can you guys keep a secret?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." And I was like, depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Like, because they're taping it on a Thursday. It doesn't come out till Saturday. Then dude comes out and I asked Nick, I'm like, "Dude, who is this guy?" And he's like, "Oh," and he kind of gave me the rundown of who he was. And I was just messing around because at that point we had moved up to the top and I took that 4K video. I just posted it and said Ace Austin is elite. And that fucker, dude, it was like 20 seconds after I popped it. My phone and my watch were just going ape shit.
I don't know
Did not stop.
why. I mean,
Dude, and I didn't tag, like, I didn't put anything. All I wrote, there was no hashtags, there was no tagging, nothing, dude. All it said is spoiler alert, Ace Austin is all elite.
I thought you
And
were messing with me and you put money into it and you boosted it.
I
And
didn't
then
know, dude. I only do that with TikTok.
obviously I have access to it, so I looked at it and
Yeah.
there was no money spent on it or anything. And it just kept going up. I think by the end of the night it was at like 15,000 impressions or whatever or
Right.
views. And I was like, damn.
I did like that there was a lot of, what was it, Wrestling Observer took my video and posted it on their page. That was
That was
sick.
awesome.
For us to just be kind of like coming up and for something like that to happen, like, yeah, did we gain anything off it? Like, no, but for us, it just kind of puts it a little bit to be like, okay, cool, like, the hustling, like, we're noticed a little bit,
Right.
you know what I
I
mean?
mean, the
Like, we're noticed a
Outrunners
little
noticed
bit.
us. I
Yeah,
was very
we got a
upset that
lot
they
of,
were not there either night. I was very upset.
yeah, that's crap. We didn't really get to see a whole lot Thursday.
I saw a
We got to
lot
see
Wednesday. I
Mox.
saw a lot Wednesday.
Yeah, so we got to see, obviously we got to see Mox, hometown man, got to see him wrestle, which I've never been to an AEW show in Cincinnati where Mox isn't a part of it.
I
You know
think
what I
he
mean? It's like
purposely
a
does that
point.
on. I mean, I'm pretty sure he purposely makes sure that he
Well,
is
yeah.
wrestling just because he is the hometown kid.
Well, that's what I had made that comment that I think wrestling in Cincinnati is becoming a very big thing, and I do think that he's a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? Like he makes it, WWE, they come here what, two, maybe three times a year, like to Cincinnati in general. Like they come
Right.
to Ohio, but Cincinnati especially 2 to 3 times a year. AEW's here like 6 times a year.
Yeah.
More like 12 if you put all the shows because they do the back-to-back shows. Um, I would love to see a PLE here. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Which, if Mox has his way, I'm sure that will become a
I
reality.
just don't
So
know
that's
about
like,
that because of the arena that they would use.
yeah, but think about it. Say they did like an all in. I would know we would never get an all in, but say they got an all in and they did it in Paycor. You know what I'm saying? Like middle of the summer, it's nice and Cincy, or even Great American. Great American's got a weirder setup.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, think of like Paycor, dude, because each end zone you got those big screens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's open. Um,
Well, I guess
Kind of looks like the shoe a little bit. That would be sick. That would be
I
sick.
guess they could do like one of the like not a forbidden door, but I don't remember the names of all them.
Like a full gear, like a full
Yeah,
gear
they
there.
could do that at
Yeah,
NKU.
yeah. Yeah, they could do it at Nipper. I feel like Paycor is the way to go. WWE does it. I feel like they got to stick themselves out there a little more on some of these things. They're starting to grow. I understand Andrew J. Brady's like a great place for like wrestling. I'll stand by it. I think it's the
Oh,
best wrestling venue there is, dude. You know
especially
what I mean? To
around
hold a
here.
show like that. Oh my God. Yeah, like Heritage is fine, but it's too big. You know, the sound system is a joke. Like just really
I
nothing
really
goes
liked it
on.
at NKU. I don't know if you went to that one or not, but
I did not
it
go to
was
I didn't
it
go to
was just
NKU.
as good.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, for us being, it doesn't take a lot to impress me with wrestling, you know, because it's wrestling. So I don't really care what company it is. AEW's grabbed my attention, but I think they grabbed a lot of people's attention. Now, am I all AEW instead of like WWE? No. No, I still like my WWE. It's just that's just a preference for me, but I see why these guys like this.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like they,
the only thing that I can say that was bad about the whole 2 days was when they made us move, or not made us move, but when we
yeah,
had to
when
move.
they went at Bentley, yeah, when they went at Bentley for standing on the
Yeah.
chair and you about killed me. Yeah. But I mean, it ended up being better. I think where we were was sick. You know, that lady let us stand up at the top of the venue.
I think it was cool too. Obviously, I'm gonna touch on it that it made my son's day that he
Yeah.
got a high five from Mox, and then he started just
Yeah.
like, crying and everything.
Crying,
Yeah,
dude,
he went
crying.
from
I did get a little concerned. I thought we were gonna have to throw hands because, like, we saw the security when they were coming out after the match, and they were like, "Everybody move!" So we kind of moved out of the way. He said, "Slide out of the way." We're like, "All right, cool." And Bentley was in front of us, but I didn't think anything of it. He's a kid. Then that security guard came, dude, and he just like grabbed Bentley and moved him, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then Wheeler, you know, patted him on the head when he was going by, and then Mox, you know, dapping him up and
that
shit. That
made his
was,
day. He went.
yeah, dude.
He's told my
What?
mom. He's told my mother-in-law. He told my wife. He told my
Oh,
daughter.
dude. So that was the first interaction I've ever had with your son. Thursday night. Okay. I was crying when he was telling me, he said something to me when we first were walking in, and he said something about a high five. And I was like, because I gave him a high five when I met him. And I was like, yeah, I gave you a high five. And he's like, no, the black guy.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, dude, I was like, what? And then you told me he was like, the guy in the match last night, like, gave him a high
it
five. I was like, oh,
was the
okay.
jet speed dude.
Yeah, and then when we were sitting down, he's like, "There's that black guy," and I was like, yeah, "All right, dude, you're lucky you're a kid, and no one's
I
gonna
know
say
we're
shit."
in
But dude,
Cincinnati, and he's just saying that
you,
black guy up there gave me a high
that
five.
black guy, yeah.
But I mean, he's a kid.
No, it's
He didn't
cool.
know.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. If anyone got mad about that, you're an idiot. Like he's
Oh,
how old is he?
9. Shout out to our
Yeah,
boy,
dude.
Talking Sheep Wrestling for catching
Oh, the
the
shirt from
shirt.
fucking FDR. FTR. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was crazy. I didn't even get to talk to him, so like, what up? Because like I know he like, you know, watches our shit and gives us
Right.
impressions and this and that. I thought that was crazy. We were sitting there and I noticed him and I was like, yo, like he's right there, dog. And he's like, what? And it was just, what was he, second row?
Yeah,
He was
I
second
knew
row?
he was second
But yeah,
row because he said something
yeah,
about it. Um,
yeah,
and then I didn't know if he was on our side or the opposite side or like in the middle or like in the middle.
right.
But
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Like we've never met him
no,
originally when we first,
I
you
planned
know,
on meeting him Tuesday or Thursday when we were both there, but it was just
yeah. Just kind of, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, because that was originally the plan when we like linked up was to, you know, meet up when we were there, and it didn't really work out. But like, I fuck with him, dude. He's supportive. Like he doesn't even know us.
no.
You know what I mean? And he's been down since day one. So I think it was like the first video we ever posted, and he was chilling with us.
So shout out
So
to you.
I
That's
like people
cool.
like that.
Mad cool. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, Dynamite was cool. I think I like Dynamite more than Collision just because we got to
Yeah,
see
it's the main.
we got to see Edge and Christian come back together. I know you don't care, but for me being
Uh,
a Edge fan, like growing up, that was
yeah,
awesome to finally see Edge. Or Cope,
good for
sorry.
you. Good for you, dog. Good for
Um,
you, dog.
what else did we see? Um, we saw
No pimp.
the Mox match, which was cool. We saw Mox walk out right in front of us, so I picked Bentley up. I saw him coming in through the stadium or the arena, and I picked Bentley up, and
Hmm.
we were like within arm's distance of Mox, and then so that was cool. No, it was a good time.
Oh, dude, I didn't even tell you. So, when we got back, and I posted the Ace's video, up, and I got back to my house, and I was playing on the internet, and I saw that all of AW posted that interview with him. Like, obviously, we didn't see that because just wouldn't work. They posted that video of him in the parking lot with Renee, right? And it was like his interview or whatever, and that's where Ricochet came in and like started like running his mouth to him, and that's kind of how they set up the match
Right.
for Collision. Dude, my car was in the background. I know that doesn't matter, but that was so crazy because I had made the joke. I was like, "Yeah, we can just hang out in the parking lot. We'll see somebody." And Nick was like, "No, we won't." Or maybe it wasn't Nick. It might have been you. Or like, "Nah, you think so?" I was like, "I don't know, maybe." And then literally, I see my car in the background
Are you sure it was
on the
yours?
interview. Pretty positive. Pretty positive.
That's
I could be wrong.
no, that's sick though.
Yeah, I mean, my car's famous. You know what I'm saying? Car's
Put it
famous.
in the Lavorne or the whatever.
I'm gonna I'm gonna make an OnlyFans for my car. That's what I'm gonna do. Get attention,
Hey,
it'll make all the money for
some
me.
people are into that.
Something about Volkswagens, dude. You remember that one guy on TLC? He was like, making love to his
Oh,
car and stuff.
yes,
My son just
yeah.
picked in. Yeah, yeah. There's a market for everything,
But
There's a
yeah, so that
market for
was cool.
everything.
That was kind of
Yeah.
our little week. That was our first time attending. No, second time.
Second time. Yeah, we went last year when they came. Well, I think it was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was cold. I
it
know
was.
that. It was
It was.
cold.
It was in
It's in the
February.
winter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we went then, and then we just did it again. But yeah,
There's a
I
chance
love
there
going to
might be a
AEW
third
shows.
time this year.
Yeah, yeah. SmackDown's going to be here
Oh,
on
I
the
wasn't even
3rd.
talking about that.
So
I was talking about Indy.
yeah. Well, that's cool. We were trying to figure out stuff to talk about. That's crazy because I still am waiting to see. Are you drinking a Monster at 6 o'clock at night?
I'm off tomorrow, bud.
That's crazy. But yeah, so, I'm sure everybody has heard the rumors by now that WWE is planning a PLE to be the exact same time at which I don't know, is it Forbidden Door?
No, all
No,
out.
because it's in September, all out. So they're planning a PLE to go toe to toe with AEW, but you know nothing about it, and the rumors are it's going to be an indie. I've never been to a PLE besides Starcade. I went to Starcade, but that wasn't even televised.
Right.
Um, but yeah, and they're saying like to combat it, they're gonna do Brock versus Cena is the rumor, and I'm like, that's crazy because my thought is what? It's August 17th.
And the PLE is
How
September
25th?
25th or yeah,
25th?
something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How are they gonna put that together in less than a
I
month?
think they're thinking that Cena and Brock alone are going to be able to sell tickets. Which,
I do
don't get
because
me
it's
wrong,
we're running out.
don't
We're going to because Cena's at the end. He just said the other night on SmackDown, or maybe it was SmackDown. He said, "I have 11 dates left. We're gonna as they get closer to the end, dude. As we get closer to the end, all these events are gonna sell out. Whether you like WWE or not, I just feel like it being Cena's last go to see one of his last two, three matches or times appearing. Like, that's going to be a
I
draw.
thought it
And then you're putting
was
him against Brock.
super cool that he did a SmackDown match.
Yeah,
I thought
that
that
that was
was
neat.
awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely pretty neat. But yeah, that's very intriguing. We'll stay on top of that. If we hear anything, we'll throw it out there. And if it's an indie, it's gonna be real hard to not go. I've never seen Cena.
I've never seen Cena either.
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen Cena, and he's on my bucket list. I've checked off CM Punk. You know what I mean? When I went to the last SmackDown that was here,
Oh yeah,
I
we
checked
did.
off a
We
lot of
did see him.
people. Yeah, I checked off Cody. I checked off a lot of fucking people. A lot of people in AEW. A lot of just guys that I fuck with. Um, so yeah, I mean, Cena's the main one.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
Cena
Like I
and
haven't seen
Taker.
him.
Cena and Taker are two. I mean, I don't really care for
I seen
Taker.
Taker. Yeah, I seen Taker back in the day. I told you about that, like PLE. Or I don't even think it was like a fucking SmackDown. It might have been a house show that me and my brother went to, and yeah, I saw Taker there. I've seen Lesnar there. He had that cage match with Ric Flair.
Daryl would have to
Um,
drive up to go to that PLE in Indy.
yeah, right, dog. Yeah,
You don't
right.
think? You don't think
Yeah,
he would?
right. He might. I mean, it's 10 hours. Like, he might drive up here. That'd be sick if he did, but I don't. I would love for him to, but that doesn't mean he's going to. Um,
Um,
but yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And that'll be the fastest thrown together PLE ever. Like, I was reading that they think it's going to be Bad Blood because it's about that timing for it.
I
Um,
also heard it was going to be the racing one.
Great Balls of Fire
No,
or
no,
Fastlane?
Fastlane.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff going on, with Cena, if he gets to face Brock, which obviously he's going to face Brock.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're setting up. I am extremely happy because I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Cena is picking all these people he's wrestling in
Correct.
his farewell tour. I'm so happy he picked Logan Paul. That is such a pat on the back, dog. Stop it.
No, I mean, I'm not
Stop it.
mad about the
Even
Logan. I just want him to get that IC title.
I think he's going, dude,
I am so
that
steadfast on him getting that IC title just
he
so.
will because AJ's gonna beat Dom and he's gonna fight AJ.
And then they're going to do a battle.
I think AJ's gonna, yeah, dude, that was crazy. My brother was geeking out that he made that prediction and those guys, they had to have seen the video. Nobody just comes up with that, dog. Nobody but him comes up with that. They had to have seen the video. Seeing him say Omos was Cena's last match. I mean, granted, it's for the IC title and not the like main title. He's still though. I think we owe him money if that comes true, don't we? I think we owe him money.
I mean, I feel like we have
Uh,
to repost that video and be like,
put the date on it,
yeah.
yeah, like postmark it. But yeah, I think that Cena versus Logan match is going to be phenomenal. I think I'm so excited about that. Um, yeah, dude, that's going to be a banger. Makes kind of nails the hits the nail on the head. How I've said
Who do you
that,
think wins it,
and
though?
even Nick. I think Logan wins it.
Do you think
I think
Logan?
I think John I think John puts over fucking Logan. He loves Logan. He thinks Logan's the future of this company. Like, I'm not even kidding. He
No, I
thinks
mean, I
Logan
know
is the
that. I
future of
just
the company.
don't know if I agree with that.
I Why? He can do everything in the ring. He can talk. He can talk better than half, I'd say 75% of that roster. But look at all the shit he gets from outside, like how the WWE's grown. Just look at from X when he got here, like first came in, to now, just what he's generated. Like when he had that US title, dog, their like interactions on social media with Logan Paul was off the chain. Anytime they post Logan, it's off the chain because you're getting everybody now. You're not just getting the wrestling fans, you're getting like anybody who is on YouTube. You know what I mean? Anybody that follows Logan, he's already got 12 million followers. Jake Paul has a fight. Logan Paul's there. Logan Paul talks about WWE. Like the one Jake Paul fight, Logan had the US title with him.
Yeah.
And just like, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. So yeah, I think that's going to be a cool match. I do think Cena puts Logan over. We finna see, but I definitely think that's how it goes. If not, it's fine, because I think Logan is just cool with the fact that he gets to face Cena, one of his final matches. But I think
We
I
got
think Cena
Clash
lets
in
him go
Paris
over.
this weekend, right? Saturday.
It's this weekend, so that's yeah, Logan versus Cena. We'll have to try and
We also got
go to that.
Fatal Four Way, which I'm kind of surprised about. Well, I shouldn't say I'm
Yeah,
surprised. I'm surprised that Roman's not in it.
yeah.
But
He must be.
I think
Yeah,
Roman
he's gonna
might
be
be
doing
gone.
something.
But I don't know because I heard Roman is supposedly potentially making a surprise appearance in France.
Like interfering in the match.
Yeah.
But there's no DQ of the match. It's a fatal four way.
Do you think we
You know
see
what I mean?
Brock in
So
France
yes,
to attack Cena again?
yes. Yeah, yeah.
I,
I think he'll attack Logan too. I think he'll do both.
I saw something
I
that
wouldn't be
W
shocked if the match ends. I wouldn't be shocked if the match ends where they're having a good match and then here comes Brock and he attacks them both.
is that the. Do you
You
think?
know,
What do you think's the main event?
probably the fatal four way. I would imagine the fatal four way. Wouldn't you? I mean, it could be
I,
Logan and
I
Cena,
just
like
look
for
at it
sure,
as
but like,
Cena's final hoorah, and I feel like Cena's main eventing everything.
yeah, but
That's the only
I
thing
don't
I
know,
look
man.
at.
I feel like it's the story's not behind it though, because it's so soon. I feel like that story behind that fatal four way
Oh,
is crazy.
that's what I wanted to bring up. As far as tomorrow goes, what happens with Naomi? That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
I think she's got to be pregnant.
You think so?
I guess. Like, I don't, what else is it? Like, I'm so confused by the whole thing. And then for them to announce that her and Jimmy are going to be on Stephanie's podcast, and I'm like, what the fuck is that about? And she's got to be pregnant. I, it's the same thing like when Becky got pregnant.
But
Remember, she came out
with
and
EO?
yeah, or no, it was Asuka.
Yeah, yeah,
She
Asuka.
came out and gave Asuka won the Money in the Bank, and it was actually the title. Which is crazy because, we already had a match set up for the title. So you already had Io was supposed to fight for the title on Monday Night Raw, and Valkyrie was supposed to fight
Right.
at
Yeah,
Paris
right,
for the
right,
title.
right.
Put them in a match one on one, winner gets the title. You've already got it. It's already there. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Io and Valkyrie would be off the effing chain, dog. I think that would be crazy. Um, I think Valkyrie would take it.
I hope so. I like
I would hope.
Stephanie.
I would hope so. I do too. She's catapulted through this company, dude.
She's new this year
Um,
too, isn't she?
I mean, she's not a new wrestler, but
Right.
yeah, she's new to us this year. She was only in NXT for like half a year, like 6 months, and she was so over, they brought her up. So, you look at other female wrestlers like Mariah May, she's still sitting down there.
Well,
She won't
apparently
be up
she
for a
she
while.
doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
From
I
what
know.
I've read.
Yeah, me and you've told me about that before. Like
Yeah.
she's not used to this kind of system that WWE has. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, there's a ton of people I think it's time to call up. You know what I mean? I think it's time to call up, which, I think it's great because we can get into it. WWE's doing a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They already got AAA,
I was
which
just
we're getting
I
ready to
was
talk about
literally
that.
just
Yeah,
about
we're
to
getting ready to
ask
talk
you
about
no,
the,
I was about to ask you about what you're gonna bring up. It was on the tip of my tongue, so go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So, AAA, which 2 seconds, we're going to talk about that in a second. They got AAA already, crazy, and they're doing big shit with that. And then they have the partnership with TNA, but the rumors going around now is that I've heard it multiple times, the thing I see the most, somebody that is a part of TKO is attempting to buy TNA. They're going to partner it with the WWE and put it on Wednesday nights to counter AEW. In my
I don't
opinion,
like it.
if they do it, AEW doesn't stand a chance. I I like AEW. But it's not just you got to think of it. It's not just TNA. It's the WWE guys too. They're gonna move people around. Look how many are on the roster in WWE and they're not doing anything with them. Imagine if they throw them to TNA, like if it was a TKO company or like however the fuck they do it, or they just like sell their contracts to TNA as a company of who could go over there. Look at all these guys in like NXT that aren't really doing anything. They can move people around. I don't think I'm not saying AEW is going to go away. I don't think it's going to be pretty.
Well,
I think
doesn't don't
TNA
the
because TNA's got loyal fans, very loyal fans, and they're the same fans as AEW almost.
don't the cons own TBS or TNT?
No,
Don't Are
no.
you sure?
Ted Turner is yeah. Ted Turner. So they just have the deal with him.
I know, but
You know what I mean? They don't own that.
I feel like I read something that they have like maybe a super close relationship or something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. But
So my thing
what I
is
was
then
hearing
if
was the CW is the big one for TNA ticket on TV because that's where NXT used to be. And like where WWE puts like evolves on there and different things. What was it, the ID or whatever it was?
right,
So I was reading they get it on Wednesday nights. They put it on a cable network that the people that are watching. The only problem is like I like a lot of people watch on Max. So they don't have cable. So it's like I don't know how they're gonna compete with that unless it goes on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like if somehow they work a deal with Netflix and be like, hey, yeah, you've already got Raw. What would you think about putting TNA on Wednesdays? It wouldn't counteract what we've already got because it's a different, like it's us still, but it's more wrestling. It's, you got the viewership on Monday. Now you get the viewership on Wednesday as well. Their names are big enough. They've been along. It's not like they're a brand new company like AEW is, where
right.
they're only like what 6 years old. They've been around 20
2000. Oh
years.
yeah, since the 25
Yeah,
years.
yeah. So
And they've
they're no
produced great
slouch.
talent. I mean, look at it. I wouldn't say they produced AJ, but I mean, because he was in New
Look
Japan,
at,
but
but no, he was in TNA first, dog.
I thought he went to New
He was in
Japan,
TNA.
then he came to
I don't
TNA.
think so. I don't think so. I think he went to TNA and then he went to New Japan and did all the shit with like the Bullet Club
Oh,
and stuff
okay.
like that.
But I mean, they produced
But
AJ, they
yeah,
produced the
look
Guns,
look at a lot of guys that are in AEW. They all came from TNA. A massive, massive chunk of those guys came from TNA.
Christopher
TNA or Ring of
Daniels.
Honor. Yeah, dude. It was TNA or Ring of Honor. If they didn't come from WWE, it was TNA or Ring of Honor.
Right. And it's
You know what
crazy
I
just
mean?
how they
So it's
started
like,
because Jeff Jarrett just started as a, I don't want to say as a joke, but it was definitely just a local Tennessee promotion that just blew
yeah.
up.
Do you know the story about that Taylor Swift used to be his kid's babysitter?
What?
Jeff Jarrett? Yeah. When she was younger, before she got really big, Taylor Swift was Jeff Jarrett's babysitter for his kids. Did you ever know that?
Uh-uh.
I'm not even lying. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I swear on everything. There's videos of them.
That's nuts.
Like where he was shooting like a wrestling thing and like she was there like with the kids. Like yeah, she was his kid's babysitter.
And now,
Crazy.
and now she's.
Now she's the richest person in the world. Um,
But no,
yeah.
I don't like the fact that WWE is trying to do all this just for the simple fact of I enjoy wrestling. I was watching
Yeah.
AAA last night. I've never watched AAA in my life, but I
Yeah.
enjoy the production that has became professional wrestling. So I'm not a huge fan of them just trying to take everything over. I do
But it's like
like
a business thing. You can go ahead.
I,
I was just saying it's like a business
I
thing,
do
you
like
know.
competition, don't get me wrong.
Hmm. Right.
But I mean, I think maybe TNA. What if AEW moves it to a Tuesday or a Thursday? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. I guess like, in business you gotta get it before you get got. So I mean, it's just like you think of it as a company, like, they compete with other companies and then trying to get them out of business. Look at it, like look at what we do. You know what I mean? Like what's Celsius and Alani trying to do? You know what I mean? They're trying to get at Red Bull and Monster,
true.
and it's just like that's just what it is. So it's like all these guys that are getting upset, but like, what did you expect to happen? This isn't like the first time there has ever been, you go all the way back to promotions. The goal was to take over the promotions. Everybody's goal was that. You know
Right.
what I mean? They want the other promotions gone. They want their superstars. They want this. They want that. I think that, still the goal, because if you sit there and tell me that if AEW didn't have the opportunity to do it, if they had an opportunity to go toe to toe with WWE to try and run them out of business, you tell me they would not do it?
No,
You
I
know?
mean, absolutely. I think
Yeah,
they would. Um,
exactly.
I think what Tony, knowing who Tony Khan's dad is, he will fork over the money to
Yeah.
make sure.
To an extent, though, but he's a business guy. So at what point, if they're bleeding, like say this goes off the way WWE wants it to, and they start bleeding AEW. He's a business guy. He didn't get where he is by just throwing away money, throwing it in a fire. So at like what point, and I hope it doesn't either. I don't want AEW to go away. You know what I mean? I
Yeah, but
like
I
it. I
mean,
like that there's other
he's
superstars.
got the excuse me, the money to just throw it out and see if it
Yeah,
sticks.
but that's what I'm saying. Until what point
I mean, at
does
this
he
point, I mean, what's he gonna do with all this money?
like if he's yeah, but it's like a business guy.
I
Is
agree, but
if he's
look at all.
burning,
But
say he's burning 10 mil a year, you think he's just gonna keep doing
yeah, I
that?
mean, he
I
makes
But would
quadruple.
he sell it?
He makes that
Or would he
quadruple
just,
that from the NFL.
yeah, I understand that, but like it's still though, you're not just gonna burn money so your kid has a project.
Well, I mean,
You
I
know what I'm
feel like his
saying?
son has shown that he can put on a good
Yeah, no,
project.
yeah, I didn't mean
No,
like,
no, I
oh, it's
know,
just
I
a
get
silly
what
little
you're
thing. But
saying, but I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, I think there is a point where he would be like, it's over. Like we're selling it, and that would be what happens. It would get sold just like WWE got sold, just like uh WCW got sold, just like TNA got sold, just like all these guys got sold because they could not compete with the big guys,
yeah, but you think
So,
then
uh,
WWE would go in and buy them?
yes,
So then we
I think so. I think so. Why wouldn't they? You can imagine the storyline they would get to have. Say it happened next month,
right?
and they get to do an invasion storyline again. You know how much money they'd make off that?
But you know how much it pissed people off, and they might not watch.
What
They might not watch no
what did
more.
they do? What did they do?
That's not what
You know what I mean?
necessarily they did. It's more or less of you know.
Another one will come around. Yeah, another one come around. Again, this is all like I don't 100% think this is going to happen. I do think that TNA in the Wednesday Night Wars, I do think TNA is going to give them a run for their money.
I'm excited for
You know what
it.
I mean? Yeah, I do think it's going to give them a run for their money. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't think it's going to be super pleasant for AEW. And the same thing you could say for TNA. Like it could backfire on them and AEW could bury them into the ground. But, TNA has the backing of TKO. They have the backing of WWE to where AEW is like standalone. So it's like, I believe in Tony Khan. Like I think he's a very smart individual. I think, he knows how to run a business. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna see who's willing to do what to kind of keep that train a moving. But
I think it's interesting to see
I
because it's like who has more money, TKO or Shaka Khan,
I
which
don't
is Tony's
know.
dad
I Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or
I don't
Shahid
know. I would
Khan, however
imagine.
you say it. But
Yeah, I would think he might because of the NFL, because of the
yeah, but
soccer
then
teams
you
they
look at
own,
it
because
though. Oh, Nick just sent me something, so I know it was important. I don't know what it said, but um,
yeah,
I just look at it though because then you counter that with TKO just got the $7.7 billion deal with CBS. They
yeah.
just got the help me out. How much from ESPN? 5 billion?
No, that was the 7 point.
No, the
That
seven
was the
point
seven
seven
point.
was UFC.
Yeah, but that was for Paramount.
Right. And now what
Yeah,
did
yeah,
they get
okay.
with
You
ESPN?
said CBS.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know what they got with
but
ESPN.
they got that
Are you
with ESPN.
WWE?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what they
So
got. I don't remember. I knew it was
it's just like they're each going to be
hectic.
throwing money at each other. But I do
Hmm.
see where WWE would trump that because I mean, look, WWE is selling out 10 to 15,000 seat arenas where
For a Monday Night Raw, and then you go to AEW and they've got a 2,000 seat
yeah,
arena. Like, yeah, All In does really well, but like you can't just have one big show a year that you sell 50,000 tickets to.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that once a year if you're trying to go. Like, I think, I don't know. I feel like, better safe than sorry. I think AEW is on the up climb, but I think they got to do something. You know what I mean? Because I think they're bringing the guns to the fight. Like,
It'll be interesting.
it's gonna be hectic. Yeah, no, for sure,
But
for sure.
Triple Mania,
I didn't watch it. I did watch highlights this morning, so the whole highlight of the whole thing. I thought I didn't know who anybody was. You know what I mean? I didn't know one person. Obviously, Octagon Jr. I know who that is. Omos, sick. So glad to see him back
that
in the
that was
States, not just
cool.
wrestling in Japan. Yeah. Yeah, that battle royal was cool. What was the guy's name? The little dude.
Uh, Olivia, oh, who was the little person? Olivia was calling that her child because she was so
Oh my
little.
God.
Micro Man.
Micro Man. That was hilarious. And I remember Tori came out of the bathroom and I was sitting there watching it and she was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because he's just like, he's tiny. Like, because there were days with like Hornswoggle. This guy was like half Hornswoggle size.
So
And it's
them
just
two
like,
have fought before.
have they?
I watched. I
Yeah,
looked it up today.
it's nuts,
The
dog.
dude was
Like, that
three
was the
foot
craziest
three.
shit ever. So yeah, so the Battle Royal Rumble, whatever it is. I like that you could pin him in the match. I thought that was cool.
I got really confused when they kept sliding in out of the ring and then sliding back in. I know it's not over the top rope, but they did that so
Hmm.
much. I got really confused. And then
Yeah.
when the one dude took the dove in between the ropes, I was confused
Hmm.
about that. But it was cool. It was
Yeah.
a cool concept. I like
Right. It
seeing
was definitely sick.
Otis.
Yeah.
I'm
Good to
not
have
sh-
Otis back.
not sure about that segment that he did with that
Uh, uh,
wrestler.
they, them, that they. I have no
Yeah,
idea who that is.
I didn't understand. I don't understand the character. Maybe because that they got a huge pop.
Yeah, it was a known. It wasn't just like, so apparently it's something there's like we don't know
Yeah,
about. You know what I mean? I don't know what that character is. I don't mean anything
no,
like gendering that. I'm not trying to do that. I don't
I
know.
had no idea.
It's not my business to know for sure. Like they can tell me obviously what they are, and then I'll cool. That's what we're gonna do. That was weird.
Yeah,
That was very weird because again, Tori at that point was sitting there with me, and she's like, "What is happening? Is that a guy?" And I was like, "I don't know."
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that match was definitely cool. Glad almost won. I thought the ending was funny because it was like everybody was chanting for Parka, thinking he had it in the bag, and I was like,
That
"There's
Parker
no
character was
way, dude."
cool. I like that
Yeah, he
whole
was like
get
the
up.
he was like yeah, he was like the Iron Man. Do you remember like there was a La Parker back in the day with like WCW.
Nick
I
told
used
me
to play I used to play there was a WCW like Nitro game or something like that, and it was like WCW Revenge or something like that. And I used to play it, and he was on there. I think it's just a character that they like, it's like Doink the Clown, where it's like it's been multiple, multiple, multiple
that's what
people.
Nick was saying
Um,
too. Like that's what he likes about a masked individual is that
mhm.
multiple people can play the character and the character essentially never dies.
Yeah, and then yeah, because I mean, look at El Grande Americano. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
There's like
So
four
yeah,
of
but the
them.
other that tag match with the clown guys
That
and
was
Berto and shit.
bonkers.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. The barbed wire kendo sticks, the trash can spot, you know what I mean? Where they put him in the trash can, they domed him with it, and then the Spanish fly while wrapped in barbed wire. Like, yeah, you could tell it was fake barbed wire. That's fine. But like that was nuts.
And then
Like, regardless, you still got
he
something.
had barbed wire in his mouth and then wrapped it around one
Yeah,
of their heads. I was like,
yeah. dude.
Like, obviously, I know it's not
Um,
real barbed wire, whatever. It
yeah,
was.
yeah, you could definitely tell there, and like other like AEW and WWE, you can kind of you're like, damn, that looks real as shit. But there's for some reason they had like black barbed wire. You could tell it was plastic. I ain't hating, you know what I mean? It's all about the story you're telling, dog. So it's like that
So,
was cool. That was
are there
definitely cool. I like when he
stories?
ripped his face off. Yeah,
Are there stories in
it's just
AAA?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they have like weekly shows to lead up to PLE?
I don't know. See, I don't
See,
know,
that's what I
but
was
it's
trying to
like
find out, figure out all the.
I never, I never watched AAA. I did watch Lucha Underground. You know what I mean? And that was like I told you the other day, that was like an episodic TV show. It was
Right.
wrestling, but it was an episodic TV show. And they had seasons. So you had the season premiere, season finale, cliffhangers, like you had all kinds of shit. With AAA, I'm not really sure. I had heard about AAA before. I'd never watched it. Um, but yeah, I know they would have stories. They have, Mexican wrestlers that are very well known in Mexico. You know what I mean? And it might just be, dog, it might be like, they events because like in Mexico, wrestling is crazy, dog. They have like different territories down there
Well,
almost. I don't know what it's like
they
now,
got AAA, they
but
got CMLL.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and they don't like, from my understanding, what it used to be. I don't know what it is now. It's just like this is a bad example, but like, have you ever seen Nacho Libre?
Right. A long time
Okay,
ago.
so yeah, so nothing to do with that, but it's like in the movie, there is every Friday night there was a show in the same place. You know what I mean? And the same people. So it's like a story. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. I think it's like a story, but I don't think it's like an episodic like on TV story. I think it's just like because you're there kind of thing. I could be dead wrong. I have no idea. I did see people tweeting about it the other day, and I was like, I don't like when, a company gets big and then so and so is like, I've been a fan my whole life. Shut the fuck up. No, you haven't. No, you have not, dog. You didn't know what it was until you Googled it, or you know what I mean? You got on X and you searched it up and you watched an hour worth of videos, and now you're a historian for that company. Like, stop lying. Stop fucking lying, dude.
I do
Um,
like how a lot of the wrestlers are El Hijo del, which means the son
mhm.
of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, there was that one spot in that one match where the guy's dad, again, don't know who they
okay,
were.
so hold on
Um,
before you. Do you know who the one guy wrestling was? The Judas or Josias or whatever. Okay,
mhm.
so like 15 years ago on TNA, there was this match. It was Barbed Wire Massacre. Abyss versus his half brother, Judas Macias. That's who that
Oh,
was. That was
that's
Abyss's
crazy.
half brother, and I realized it immediately. And I texted
Hmm,
Nick and I said, "Is that who this is?" I googled his name, and yes, that's exactly who it was. That was Judas Macias from years ago when I was watching TNA.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw the clip of that. Favorite match I watched, and I ended up watching this whole match on like the highlights, was the Fatal Four Way.
That was a good match.
Bravo to those guys. Bravo to those. But the main point was that Vikingo getting booed out of the fucking
Okay,
building.
so it's funny you
Every move he made, booed out of the fucking building.
I think it's funny you said it because I was texting Nick and I was like, I like how, some people say that El Grande Americano is like being mean to Mexican heritage and everything, da 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 da. They love
They love it. They love it. They love it,
them.
dog. Like, it's a fucking, they understand. Like, it's the people that are saying that, it's the people that don't watch
No.
wrestling. The Mexican wrestling is some of the best wrestling in the world. Like you look at some of the guys we have, and it's not even the Mexican wrestlers, dog. There's like so many wrestlers that just wrestled in Mexico. It's like it's a different kind of wrestling. Like it's crazy. It's just like how I taught you about like New Japan, like Japanese wrestling is so different than what we watch in the States. Um, they don't give a shit. They love wrestling. I'm pretty sure, aren't they the ones that like, isn't Mexican wrestling like the OG wrestling?
I think so.
Yeah, so um they love it. There is no, well, I'm gonna look it up. I just want to be positive.
I know.
I just want to,
I didn't realize they were naming off wrestlers that used to be in AAA or have had like a Mexican wrestling back, like spent time there, and it was just wrestler after wrestler. And I was like, whoa! I never
okay.
realized how
Yeah,
many
this saying like ancient shit. But yeah, like Ray was there. Like there was a lot of guys there, dog.
psychosis.
But yeah, yeah, they all love it. I don't understand where all this came from that they were being disrespectful with that character. Um, they're living up to it, whoever it is, or the multiple guys that have played it. They are definitely learning that kind of like lucha libre style things with like an American wrestling kind of twist. Um, and they're doing a fantastic job. Ludwig Kaiser, dog. Never in a million years did I think he could do that shit I saw him do last night.
He is turning.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
always
Like,
said that he is the future of wrestling of WWE.
yeah. But I never knew he could wrestle like that. But that just comes to show you there's a lot of these wrestlers, we don't see what they can actually do. You know
Uh-uh.
what I mean? Because they don't, the matches are like a routine, like, this is the spot you guys are doing, this, and if another wrestler's not comfortable doing that kind of spot, then okay. But then when you get these kind of like indie-esque shows, you can see what they really can do. Like Seth Rollins, I don't think half the people that watch wrestling nowadays understands what he can actually do, like the crazy shit he can do. And he's a little older now, so it's like he just can't do the same things. But yeah, dude, that match, bravo, Dominic Mysterio.
He's good.
That man is the future of wrestling.
I can see
That
it.
man is the future. Yeah, that man is a future world champ multiple times. I think his legacy, I don't want to see better because that's a crazy ass take. No, I'm gonna fucking say it. That man's legacy is gonna be bigger than his dad's legacy.
Flip.
If he sticks with it, yeah. If he does it and does it and does it, he's gonna be bigger than I think. Maybe not bigger, but he's gonna do more than his dad ever did.
That's a clip.
Yeah, I think so, dude. I
I
love him.
mean,
He's fucking
I
entertaining. He's red hot. Red hot. No matter if he's healing it or facing it up, he's red
do you
hot.
think he'll ever become a face?
No, I think he'll stay. You know how like Randy plays that like middle ground
Right.
and Eddie played that middle ground? I think that's where he's
He's
at.
he's a
He's gonna
heel that you can't hate. Like at first, sure,
exactly.
yeah, absolutely. Nobody likes him, but now I
He's that guy that you're gonna put him against a heel or a face, and the other guy's gonna get booed.
I
It
like
doesn't matter if it's a heel or a
I would like
face.
to see him fight Logan.
I don't I know they're really close and they always wanted to do a tag team together. I think their match would be phenomenal, because even then with Dominic Mysterio, we still don't know the things that he's capable of. We're getting to see it more and more and more. I do love how over he was there. So like when he came in to like set the show up, that crowd pop, and then like last night, dude, when everybody thought he was about to cash it, he was about to win the whole thing. When he hit that frog splash, that place's roof was about to explode.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that
Was about
he
to
I like that
explode.
he plays the bad guy, but yet he still pays homage to his dad and to his heritage.
Yeah, yeah. So, obviously, Dirty Dom, the WWE Dirty Dom, not our Dirty Dom. Obviously, he did not win. He had the cover, and then a masked figure pulls the ref outside of the ring. Who other than AJ
Did you know that's
Styles?
immediately
That
who it
pop,
was?
yeah,
I didn't.
yeah. I knew it was going to be. It was when I didn't obviously didn't know he was going to come, but like when I saw him get pulled out, I was like, that's fucking AJ
But that's
all
cool though that
day.
like these other wrestlers are traveling to these other promotions, even
Yeah,
if it's for a 1 minute spot. The
Mm.
pop was
Those fans,
insane.
dude, those fans love that. I think, a lot of people said like, oh, WWE is going to ruin it. I don't think they're doing anything but improving that shit. That's
So the
all they're
only
doing.
thing
They're not changing anything.
well, oh, and one thing that we also did talk about, Mr. Iguana and the demon
Dude,
thing, that was
Demon Code or whatever, that was
hilarious.
hilarious. Hilarious, dog.
But no,
Uh,
the only thing I don't like is, I mean, I think it's too obvious if you just let the AAA wrestlers win on their show. I don't like that.
mhm.
I feel like that's what should happen, but then that would make it too, excuse me,
Yeah,
too predictable. Um, but I do like the integrating the WWE wrestlers with the AAA wrestlers.
yeah,
Seeing Los Garzos
uh,
just go out there and kill it against Psycho
right,
Clown and Pagano. Like that was awesome watching that.
right.
No, I thought it definitely caught my attention. Now I'm not gonna say
Hmm.
I'm gonna, you know, turn my life around and start watching AAA religiously, but if it's on, I
Yeah,
would be tuned to watch it
yeah,
with
no, for sure. I'll
um
I'll do it just like I do anything else. It's like a highlights type shit. Like, mostly that's how I watch wrestling to an extent. Like all PLEs, I watch that. I'm busy, dog. You know what I mean? Like I'll tune in here and there for different stuff, but I've got my people where I just get me a recap real quick. And yeah. Didn't you have to go somewhere at 6:40?
yeah, we have 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, good show. I think they did a fantastic job on, putting that company over, even more over than they were.
Apparently
Really the
that
only other thing
Vikingo,
from,
this is his second reign, and in his first one, he was champion for like 800 days. So that is like the Roman
well,
Reigns of
I know people are mad too because it was like when WWE came in, Alberto was the champ, and then they ripped the title off and put it on Vikingo just to get rid of Del
right.
Rio. And that's the other thing. Rey Mysterio says he will be back with Alberto. So like I don't know how WWE is doing this one because I know they do not like that man. Uh, but yeah,
It'll
man,
be interesting to
it's
see. I thought it was also cool how they put Conan in the Hall of Fame.
the commentary on that night was wild.
I'm gonna say a
It
hot
was
take,
wild. Yeah, Jabe.
and I don't care.
Mhm.
Corey Graves is the best commentator
Don't.
out there.
Oh, dude, I thought you were about to say something fucked up, and I was like, I love Corey Graves. What got done to him was because of Pat. I love Pat. I love Pat. I think Pat is another person that has like brought more attention to WWE. But yeah, Corey Graves getting screwed over the way he's gotten screwed over in the past
But I
year.
do love
Poor
that
shit.
he's just a company guy and is like, whatever you need me to do, I will do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he deserves more. I don't know how Wade Barrett gets more than Corey Graves does. But here we are. You know what I mean?
But
But yeah, cool
well,
week of wrestling.
I gotta
We'll get back to.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta take my daughter to
All right,
cheer. I
we will.
we'll
Okay,
post the vid, we'll clip it and everything, and yeah, we'll be back sometime this week.
we'll be we'll be back to a normal schedule.
I will see your
Gang, gang.
beautiful face tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're going golfing. All right, sick. All right, Puddin'.
All right, brother. Well, we'll see you guys. Our episodes will be back to an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, back to normal next week. This one was a little rushed. We wanted to get content out there for you guys just because it's been so long, and we just wanted to talk about what we enjoy, what we love. Yeah, and we'll be back next week. Or this week, I should say.
All right,
So
post this when you get home.
I will. We're out. We'll
All right,
talk later.
see ya.